Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Page 83. Unit 3, Sabak 3, Lesson 3. We have discussed about Mawsuf Sifa previously. The first word, Adabun, is Mawsuf, which means punishment. The Sifa, the description of this punishment, is Azim, which means big. Both words, they will be similar in the end. We've done this before, but I'm just giving you a little recap. So if Adabun has tanween, then Azimun will have two dhammas. If Adabun is mudhakkar, then the sifa will be mudhakkar. Okay? If Adabun is wahid, Azimun is wahid. If the mawsuf, the first is tathniya, then the sifa will be tathniya. If the mawsuf is jama', then the sifa will be jama'. Translation, you will translate in English from the opposite. The sifa will be translated first, azimun. Is that clear? Okay. Today's sabak is very easy. We are just going to add another word that comes in the Quran under mawsuf sifa. Like ala, we've done it in unit 2, which means on or upon. The letter, the noun that comes after the ala will have a kasra at the end. So, if you look at the word al-haqqil mubin, why does mubin have a kasra at the end? This question, Taha. Because haqq has a kasra. Why does haqq have kasra? Because Allah is before it. It's clear, it's very easy, it's nothing difficult. Mubini has kasra because of haqq has kasra at the end. Haqq has kasra because of Allah. Because Allah is a letter, after the last letter of the word that comes after Allah, the noun will have a kasra, zair at the end. Clear? Okay. So we're just going to work with the huruf jarra, those letters that come in the Quran along with the mawsuf sifa. Ala al-haqqil mubin, upon clear truth. Ala siratim mustaqim, upon the straight path. Ala ta'amin wahidin, when we have a new word, I will make it clear. Okay? Upon one food, or on one food. Ala al-hinthil azim, this is a new word. Hinth means sin. Major sin. Upon major sin. Hinth means sin. Surah Waqiyah, para number 27. Next, fi jannatin aliyah. Aliyah means lofty. Jannah means paradise. In a lofty paradise. Surah Al-Ghashiyah, para 30. Next, fi ishatir radiyah. So I'm going to translate fi first, in, then a fulfilling. Radiyah is fulfilling, pleasing, fulfilling. Life, isha means life. Okay. Fi lawhim mahfuz. We're doing mawsuf sifa. Can you see the words are the same? The i'rabs are the same. Two kasra, two kasra. In a preserved tablet. Lawh, tablet. Lawh mahfuz is that preserved, where the Quran is kept protected. The angels are protecting the Quran. And in the dunya, Allah's made the huffaz, those that have memorized the Quran, they are protecting it. That's why the huffaz will be with them angels. If you read in Fadail books, one of the virtues that comes about the huffaz is they will be with them noble angels. In the dunya, they're protecting the Quran, no matter who burns the copy, the mushaf in the dunya, na'udhu billah, but the huffaz are protecting the Quran, those that have memorized it. Okay, fi dhalalim mubin, in clear misguidance. We've done that before. Fil hayati dunya, in the worldly life. Ila tariqim mustaqim, towards the straight path. Min al-masjid al-harami, from Masjid al-Haram. What is Masjid al-Haram? Adam. Sorry, I'm asking you too much because you've missed days. So I have to ask you, can you tell me what Masjid al-Haram is? If you know, no problem. That's good. If you don't know, no problem. Masjid al-Madinah. Okay, next.
Makkah. Masjid
In Makkah.
The Grey Mosque.
The masjid where the Kaaba is, that's Masjid al-Haram. Okay? In the Quran, فَوَلِّ وَجْهَكَ شَطْرَ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ.
He's asking, like, you know, like, I'm asking, why is it haram? Why did it say forbidden? Or why is it the forbidden masjid?
There's some things which are forbidden that you can't do there. There's some rules that are related to the area, hudud haram as well.
You said this last time, I remember.
Is there another translation, sacred? Haram also
Sacred
means
as well, that is, yeah.
Sacred
That's
masjid.
another meaning as well.
The sacred
Yeah.
masjid.
The sacred masjid, Masjid al-Haram, is special. Allah has kept the Kaaba, which is there. It's the first masjid, inna awwala baytin wudi'a lin-nas, which was erected for mankind, built for mankind. Sacred is another meaning for it as well.
Is there any other word for the masjid?
For Masjid al-Haram, in the Quran it's come as Masjid al-Haram.
It's kind of odd, like, we associate haram with always bad things, generally speaking, in this day and age. Like, this is haram, and we never associate it with sacred or even things.
Because mostly it comes for that.
So I just found it, like, every time I used to go, I just find, like, masjid haram, but it's like, it's not the most positive word to get it.
So what it is, in most senses, haram comes for forbidden, okay? And it can come for this meaning as well. Anyone that comes out of town and they go past around their road, they always smile and they always point at one thing to me. They're like, look, it says haram pass. Haram, you know that shop?
Good shop,
Is it? I think it's that thing.
So they're like, look, they point that out and then, okay,
Yeah.
let's move on. So some people say Masjid al-Haram. No, it's not Masjid al-Haram, it's Masjid al-Haram. That's the name of this masjid, this sacred masjid. That's the name. In the Quran, it's been named like that. Not in one place, many places. The Imams recite this as well during Hajj time as well. A lot of the verses in Hajj where it comes, Masjid إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا وَيَصُدُّونَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَالْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. So whenever you come across Masjid al-Haram, it's referring to this masjid. Okay? Next, مِنَ الْخَيْطِ الْأَبْيَضِ, from the white. Abyad is white, khayt is thread. This comes in the Quran regarding fasting. Okay. Yeah. So briefly I'll tell you, not getting into too much detail of tafsir, meaning من الشجر الأخضر, from the green tree. Shajar is tree, akhdar is green. Which surah does that come in? Anyone should be able to say that. Then the next word is naran. I've given you a clue.
Surah Taha.
Surah Taha, is it in Surah Taha? No. Taha saying no.
Surah Yasin.
Surah Yasin, towards the end. الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون. Which one? Okay, let's move on. من باب واحد, from one door. إلى المسجد الأقصى, from Masjid al-Aqsa.
From or towards.
Oh, sorry, towards. What am I saying? That's what min. Ila means towards, yeah. towards Masjid al-Aqsa.
What does Aqsa mean?
The nearest.
That's what it means.
Yeah. But that's a bit of detail. I'll explain that to you in a bit more detail.
Isn't that the furthest mosque?
Sorry, furthest, not
The
what I'm saying
furthest
near.
mosque.
Furthest, yeah.
Is it related to Qasas?
No. Not related to Qasas. That's totally separate.
Because we do.
That's a story. Qasas means story, yeah.
So we do.
Yeah, because there's a few masjids that are there. That's why they're furthest.
So Yasin comes in those, doesn't it? Waja'a min aqsa al-Madina.
وَجَاءَ مِنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ. Yes, when the man came from the furthest part.
Running.
Okay? بِسِحْرٍ عَظِيمٍ, by a mighty magic. Ba, so ba, by. Sihr, magic. عظيم, mighty. بِمَاءٍ وَاحِدٍ, with one water. بِسُلْطَانٍ مُبِينٍ, with a clear authority. We've done these words. Let's move on now. لَظُلْمٌ عَظِيمٌ, indeed a big oppression or injustice. لَسَاحِرٌ عَلِيمٌ, indeed a knowledgeable sorcerer or magician. We've done that before as well. لَشَيْءٌ عَجِيبٌ, indeed a strange thing or amazing. لَشَيْءٌ عُجَابٌ, indeed a strange thing. Ujab, strange.
Same then. Ajib and Ujab, same.
Yeah. لَقُرْآنٌ كَرِيمٌ, indeed a glorious Quran. لَقَوْلٌ فَصْلٌ, indeed a definite statement. قَوْلٌ, statement. فَصْلٌ, definite. لَأَمَةٌ مُؤْمِنَةٌ, the Hafiz, this ayat, he gets struggle. أَمَنَةٌ مُؤْمِنَةٌ, عبد mu'min. In Surah Baqarah, yeah? لَأَمَةٌ مُؤْمِنَةٌ, indeed a female slave.
The female believe state.
A mu'mina, a slave. A female believing slave, yeah.
That's what I think. Female believing slave.
Ama means a female slave. Mu'mina, believing female slave. Yes, sorry. لَعَبْدٌ مُؤْمِنٌ, indeed a believing slave man. Which is obvious because there's no mu'annas in there. Right, let's move on. لَلدَّارُ الْآخِرَةُ, indeed the abode of the afterlife. The afterlife abode. Dar, you know how dar comes like house, abode. لَفِي شِقَاقٍ بَعِيدٍ, in a far disagreement. Shiqaq is disagreement. Okay, let's move on. If you remember in unit 2 we did wow, which comes for qasam. Yes? You remember? وَالشَّمْسِ وَاللَّيْلِ وَالسَّمَاءِ, we did wow qasamiyya. Wow has come for an oath. Okay? So what we've done, huruf jarra, min, ila, fi, that come before the mawsuf sifa. And we've learned how to translate them with mawsuf sifa. Now what if a wow qasamiyya, which comes at the beginning with a fatha, after that we know also the word has a kasra, like wal fajri wal layli. If that comes with a mawsuf sifa, how do we translate it? And the wow translate means by, yes? By the wise Quran. Wal Quran al Majid, by the glorious Quran. Wal Kitab al Mubin, by the clear Quran. Wat Tur wa Kitabim Mastur, and by Mount Tur. Yes? وَكِتَابٍ مَسْطُورٍ. Mastur means written, by a written book. Yes?
So, what tour again?
By Mount Tur. The actual Mount Tur, Allah has taken an oath of that mountain.
This same as the Sinai mountain? Or Tur is
That's the
Sinai?
same. Yeah, that's the
Same
one. Sinai mountain. That's called Tur. Although there's some ikhtilaf differences now, recent, some say that mountain is in Saudi. But I'm not going to open that kind of worms now. People have recently been saying that mountain is there. I don't want to get into that. The mountain which is commonly known, Mount Sinai, which is in Egypt. Okay? Has anyone heard of that? Come across that clip on YouTube? Someone's actually saying, no, it's in Saudi.
Sometimes people put rumors out just to try and remove the importance of it to pave the way for others to overtake it. A lot of rumors. There's a lot of bad intentions for that place.
Yep. Okay, let's move on. وَالْبَيْتِ الْمَعْمُورِ. And by the frequented house. Ma'mur. Saqf means like a canopy, roof, the raised canopy. In Arabic, saqf is like roof, the raised roof.
Also, sorry, what was it for?
What Tur by Mount Tur.
Yes,
What Kitabi Mastur by a written book.
Written.
Is marfu' raised.
Yes, marfu means raised, canopy, sky, roof.
Bayt al-Ma'mur, just want to finish, is that in front of the Arsh of Allah? Or below? Something?
So basically, Bayt al-Ma'mur is basic. You know the Kaaba, where the actual Kaaba is on top of that. And before is a place which is raised here, right exactly on the Kaaba at the top. It's not, after that is the throne. So
Above the
it
seven-
comes,
above the
yes.
seven?
So it's a place where Ibrahim alayhi salam was leaning. That comes in the narrations as well. So it's directly on top of the Kaaba, the actual Kaaba going all the way up.
And is it called Ma'mur because it's frequented by angels?
Yes, that's that.
But the position of the Kaaba keeps changing.
The earth is moving,
You know, the Kaaba is
the
moving.
galaxy is moving.
Yep.
So anyway,
That's a different topic, but what we know on top of that, that's where it is.
What does that
the earth
mean?
is moving, isn't it? So it's pointing in different directions all the time.
Kaaba moving. What?
Just leave that topic.
Let's
Just
leave it, sorry I misheard that.
okay. We're gonna get into something else.
The earth is moving, sorry.
Yeah.
Kaaba will be facing the sun.
Right,
What we
sorry.
know
Yes.
that's on top of that, that's what Bayt al-Ma'mur is, a frequent visited by the angels. Okay, let's move on. Right, okay. إلى الحق towards the truth, وإلى طريق مستقيم, and towards the straight path. All this is we've done it. Okay. إلى فرعون towards Fir'aun بسلطان مبين, with a clear authority. زينة, adornment. We've done it before. There's no need to worry. But some might say you don't remember doing it. If you don't remember, then whose problem is that? Zinatan, adornment, wa amwalan, and wealth, fil hayati dunya, in the worldly life. Because we've got to this level now where you can translate Quran, translate. If you can't, again, whose problem is it? Adaban aliman, painful punishment, fid dunya, in the worldly life, wal akhirah, and the afterlife. Minas samai, from the sky, ma'am mubarakan, blessed water. Everything is nothing new. The next word is adaban dhi'fan. Dhi'fan means double. Double punishment. Minan nar, from the fire. anything new, I will mention clear. The other parts we have to swift through. Okay? Right, let's move on. So can you see now, to the Mawsuf Sifa, they're adding additional words, but it's all easy that you've done before. You're just connecting the jigsaw. هذا سحر مبين. This is a clear magic. هذا صراط مستقيم. This is a straight path. هذا ساحر كذاب. This is a lying sorcerer or magician. وهذا لسان عربي مبين. And this is clear Arabic language. What is clear Arabic language? Quran. كل في كتاب مبين. كل, have we done that? Means everything. You probably hear Arabs say كل شيء, كل شيء. They like to shorten things. كل شيء means everything.
كله حلال.
كله حياة. That's a good example. That's a كله halal, كله halal. No one says كله haram, have you noticed? كله حلال. كل في كتاب مبين. Everything is in a clear book. وفي الآخرة عذاب شديد. And in the afterlife is severe punishment. لله الدين الخالص. And only for Allah is the sincere religion. Okay, right. فَلِلَّهِ الْحُجَّةُ الْبَالِغَةُ. And so only for Allah is al-hujjatul baligha, the effective proof.
Affected.
Effective al-baligha. قُلْ فَلِلَّهِ الْحُجَّةُ الْبَالِغَةُ. Al-hujjatul baligha.
Yeah, that's a book that he.
Yes. And Mufti Saeed Palampuri ad-Deobandi, Sheikh al-Hadith of Darul Deoband, who passed away 1 or 2 years ago, he did the sharah of that,
Oh, commentary.
the commentary of that. And it's not easy doing that. Mufti Saeed was a very, knowledgeable scholar. If you listen, he used to come to England every year. But the Gujaratis, mashallah, they took full benefit from him. Blackburn, Leicester, they used to keep him there in Ramadan and take full benefit from him. He was a very big scholar. And if you actually listen, he never used to study. He was a big Shaykh al-Hadith of Darul Deoband. When he went to study, he didn't want to study. He used to go around at lunchtime on his bike. And you know what happened? One day, he seen his dad speaking to his mom, meaning his grandma, and he was telling her, Saeed, I think it's better. He was there at home. He was not well, so he was at home from madrasa. It's better, I think I just take him out of madrasa and just leave him, let him do some work. He heard that. Next morning, he didn't want to study anyway. He used to just go around on his bike. Next morning, he told his mom, I'm going back to madrasa. Quietly. Whatever you've got, give me it. And he went. He said, from that day, I didn't miss one sabak. And everything that I didn't know before, I sat with students and caught it all up. And since that day then, he didn't miss one sabak and he became Shaykh al-Hadith. That hit him, and his dad said that he wasn't studying anywhere but that. When he goes, I think I'm just going to take him out. Allahu Akbar. Next day he went. Inna shirka la dhulmun azim. Indeed, shirk is a big oppression or big injustice. وَلَلدَّارُ الْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ. And indeed the afterlife, the afterlife abode is better. إن هذا لساحر عليم. Indeed, this is a knowledgeable magician. إن هذا لشيء عجيب. Indeed, this is an amazing thing or strange.
What's wala dar again? Sorry.
وللدار الآخرة خير.
Just the
Indeed, the dar is abode. Akhirah is the afterlife. Is better. Okay, let's move on.
Of the hereafter is good.
Yeah. Is better. Comparing it to the dunya. إن هذا لساحر عليم. Indeed, this is a knowledgeable magician. إن هذا لشيء عجيب. Indeed, this is an amazing or strange thing. إن هذا لشيء عجاب. Indeed, this is a strange thing. إن إبراهيم كان أمة قانتا لله. Indeed, Ibrahim alayhi salam was a nation. Qanit means obedient to Allah. Lillah, for Allah. Ibrahim alayhi salam was obedient to Allah.
What does Ghana mean?
Was or is. Both translations can be. Is, was. Ummatan qanitan, obedient to Allah. Lillah, it covers the translation. Qanitan lillah, obedient to Allah. Qanitan, obedient to Allah. Okay. وَلَأَمَةٌ مُؤْمِنَةٌ خَيْرٌ مِّن مُشْرِكَةٍ. Indeed, a believing female slave is better than a mushrika, a polytheist, female polytheist. وَلَعَبْدٌ مُؤْمِنٌ. Now it'll be easy for you reading this ayat in Surah Baqarah. وَلَعَبْدٌ مُؤْمِنٌ خَيْرٌ مِّن مُشْرِكٍ. And indeed, a believing slave is better than a polytheist man.
The one above it, Ibrahim Islam was, and then obedient towards Allah is Ummah. How does that come into it? How do you translate that part? Ummah and Ibrahim together?
So indeed, Ibrahim alayhi salam is or was an ummah.
An obedient.
He was like
Ummah is a nation.
yes.
Yes, but okay.
So in terms of meaning, you mean?
Yeah, it's just like it doesn't quite flow.
You mean faqanitan lillah
if
together?
You leave the ummah without, then it's okay, obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Okay.
The nation bit,
So 1 second. So inna Ibrahim. I'm just looking for the verse in the Quran. Inna Ibrahim kana ummatan lillahi hanifa. It comes in it. Para 14 last ruku. Can you get Quran?
Is he followers of Ibrahim? Followers of Ibrahim were on the right path.
No, Allah is speaking about Ibrahim alayhi salam himself. He was like a nation himself. That's what Ibrahim alayhi salam.
Yeah, and the question is, why is he called a nation?
Yeah.
That is going into tafsir because of who he was and what he had done and all his followers. He was like an ummah himself. Okay, so what is the question, Brother Hanif? Indeed, Ibrahim alayhi salam is an ummah. Okay?
So is this all the same sentence? They're chopped into blocks. Is it one ayat?
Yes, it's
Okay.
one ayat. Inna Ibrahima kana ummatan qanitan lillahi. And the verse in the Quran comes Hanifa.
So the question is that how is Ibrahim alayhi salam a nation as well at the same time? If
It's
you're
just
saying
the word nation is, you were talking about Ibrahim al-Islam,
Ibda.
and Ummah is like a nation.
Okay. So
Muhammad.
now we're getting into tafsir. Okay. Allah has described a nation means a lot of people. Yes, an ummah. Allah is calling Ibrahim alayhi salam a ummah.
Okay.
Okay. Allah is saying that Ibrahim alayhi salam is like an ummah, but that is tafsir. What that means, there's detail to that.
Okay.
But it's not, do you understand what I mean? Allah has described him as an ummah. He has all the followers.
So just knowing some of the words is not really sufficient.
It's not that simple. No, you
can't
have to get
translate
into
it yourself.
tafsir.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So translate that for us then.
Indeed, Ibrahim alayhi salam is or was an ummah obedient to Allah. But to understand, we have to go into tafsir. Where are you getting stuck? So you're getting stuck on the part that Ibrahim alayhi salam is an ummah himself.
Word translation, that's what we're doing.
Yes.
That's why I get into trouble.
So you don't say nation in this sentence basically. You just say is or was a nation obedient.
Ibrahim was
No,
obedient
he
to Allah.
was an
Still have to be a
ummah.
nation.
So you are
Yes.
an obedient nation to Allah. That's what you're saying.
So Ibrahim alayhi salam, but we'll go through the meaning as well. Not now. Inshallah. Let's finish this off, but I'll go through that with you. But he was an ummah himself.
Ibrahim, like it's referred to Ali Ibrahim basically, or is
No.
same as being referred to as Ali Ibrahim basically. Is synonymous with that.
Yes. So we'll go through the meaning of this, inshallah. Let's just finish this off first. He was a ummah himself. He was a nation himself. Okay? قَانِتًا لِلَّهِ, obedient to Allah. Right, where did we get? Inna shaytana lil insani aduwwun mubin. Indeed, the shaitan, the devil, is for mankind is a clear enemy. قول معروف ومغفرة خير من صدقة. قول معروف means a good statement. Yes? ومغفرة, and forgiveness is better than sadaqah.
Charity.
Yes.
Good, better.
Some things they might not be easy to understand, but you just have to translate, and it gets into tafsir, which is not our subject right now. Okay? Because you see, it's not a full thing yet as well. There's more to come after that in this verse. يَتْبَعُهَا أَذَى. Okay, Brother Hanif, yes?
You know that one we're talking about, in one of the translations says, indeed Ibrahim was a whole community by himself.
Yes.
A whole community by himself.
He was a whole community by himself. Yeah, he was an
Obedient to
ummah.
Allah, exclusively devoted to him.
That's it. That was Ibrahim alayhi salam. But then we have to get into tafsir. Okay? Sometimes some people give sadaqah. يَتْبَعُهَا أَذَى, but what did they give you? Grief after. Should I give you an example? Taha, I don't, which can I use it as an example? Or should I switch it the other way? Taha's given Adam £5. And then he reminds him every day, I gave you £5. You know that? I gave you £5, you didn't have it. Is that painful? Where there's some people, they'll give it and forget. Some people give hadiyah and they remind you, how's that dopey I gave you? You understand? Or Harun, how's that perfume, that I gave you? And some people, they give and they'll forget like it's gone. Sadaqatin yatba'uha, that comes with grief after. Allah does not like this. And sometimes they'll say in front of others as well. You get different kinds of people, innit? What kind of thing is that? Allahu Akbar. وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ, and in the afterlife is severe punishment. وَمَغْفِرَةٌ مِنَ اللَّهِ وَرِضْوَانٌ, and forgiveness is from Allah. And what does Ridwan mean? We've done it before.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. Right, okay, let's move on. Just this little last patch that we need to do. Inna means indeed, only. Two meanings, indeed and only. Note that down.
Indeed or only.
Yes. The innama. Innama, sorry. Innama, the word on top of that, put indeed, only. Innama Allahu ilahu wahid. Indeed, Allah is
One.
one,
You know, listen.
or only Allah is one God. Innamal hayatud dunya la'ibun wa lahu. Indeed, the worldly life is, la'ib means play, and lahu means amusement.
You know the first one, the Innam Allahu Ilahu Wahid. How do you translate?
So, only Allah is one God.
Or only Allah is the God, or the one God, or the God? Innam Allahu
The
Ilahu
one
Wahid.
God.
Is God alone?
Yes.
Only Allah is God alone.
God, in a meaning sense, yeah.
But because it's sifa, that was first in it, so.
Sometimes to make sense, make it easier, I'm trying to do more like wordly translation. So in sometimes they might just put it as that because it makes more sense. But ilahum wahidun means one God. Wa ilahukum ilahum wahid. Your God is
One.
the only God. Okay? That la'ib means play and lahu means amusement. So what is this worldly life, Harun? Play and
Amusement.
amusement. And wazinatun, adornment, watafakhurun, people that have fakhar between themselves. Okay, innamal hayatud dunya mata, if we only understood this. Indeed, this worldly life is temporary enjoyment. Innamal hayatud dunya mata.
إنما هذه الحياة
Sorry, innama hadhihi al-hayatud dunya mata. Indeed, this worldly life is mata, temporary enjoyment. Just this part of the verse, Harun, when it hits hard, innit? This worldly life is those Rolls, Ferrari, mansion, gold, silver. What else is there in the dunya?
So much.
Say a few things.
So much, that's so little.
Cars, houses,
Houses. What else?
perfume, clothes, scarves.
It's all temporary enjoyment. That's it.
Does mata mean temporary enjoyment as well?
Yeah. And mata means like little good. It means goods actually, mata, saman.
When the word ghurur follows it, is an allusion,
Ghurur is dokha.
deception.
Yeah. Mata'ul ghurur. So mata actually means saman. It's like a thing. Okay? So to understand it is temporary enjoyment. It's something which you have. Mata actually means something which you have for a little time that you can take benefit from.
Previously, we translated it as gain or benefit as well in the previous exercises.
Mata,
Yeah, as goods, gain,
goods. That's like saman.
Worldly
The
goods.
actual dictionary meaning is goods.
Worldly goods, I think we translated. as
Yeah.
well, if I can remember.
One meaning. And also in this sense, to make sense with this verse, temporary enjoyment. But actual dictionary meaning of mata means goods. That's right. Mata means good. Okay. Ma means no or not, and illa means but. Note that down. The last little chunk. Ma means no or not, and illa means but. So if you get told ma and illa, no but, that means it's going to translate as something which is two negatives become a positive.
لا إله إلا الله.
Yeah, so وَمَا عَلَى الرَّسُولِ إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ. If you want to translate it, the lafzi meaning, then it is not upon the messenger but a clear message. Meaning the responsibility upon the messenger was not but a clear delivery. And some would translate it just as positive. The messenger, it was upon the messenger, the clear message. Okay. وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا لَعِبٌ وَلَهْوٌ. And the world, you could translate it in two ways. One is, and the worldly life is not but play and amusement. Or that means basically the worldly life is play and amusement. You understand? Two negatives. وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا فِي الْآخِرَةِ إِلَّا مَتَاعٌ. And the worldly life is not
In the end,
in the end, but a little. Comparing it to the akhirat is a temporary enjoyment. وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا فِي الْآخِرَةِ إِلَّا مَتَاعٌ. The worldly life is not in the afterlife but little. Comparing the worldly life to the akhirat is a little temporary enjoyment. Where does this come in the Quran? Have you noted next to it says akhirat ke muqabale mein. The worldly life, whatever benefit you're gonna take, is only but little enjoyment. Remember the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he put his finger, he gave the worldly life compared to the akhirat, is like when you put a finger in the ocean and whatever comes out that drop, that's like the dunya, and the ocean is the akhirah. 84 completed, alhamdulillah. Now, what have we done? We've connected with the Mawsuf Sifa, additional easy words that we've done, and you can translate it. So alhamdulillah, page 84. What have we got left? Next week, I'm just going to tell you if this fuels you up or gives you a little bit of encouragement. Finish, Taha. If it gives you a bit of encouragement, we've got a dhul to do, which is called mudaf, mudaf ilayh, possessed and possessor.